So what I plan on typically doing in these progress reviews is running through a handful of trades within the period that I'm reporting on. So in this instance, I'm gonna do from the 2nd of May. So if we come here, go to last week, 2nd of May up until the 19th. So as you can see, great 2 weeks, $6,076.12 profit. So trades I'm going to go through in this period, I'm going to go through this Euro Swiss winner of 2.1%. I'm going to go through these 2 CAD trades, which you can see are clearly against my strategy because I've taken a free $150 win and a 1.1% win when it should either be minus 1,000 or plus 2,500. I'm also just going to go through this Aussie Jappy trade, and I'm going to go through these last 2 trades that ran to take profit that I got out slightly early on. So this is trade number 1 on the Euro Swiss. This is a short position, and again I think I said my strategy is based on following the trend and price action. So as you can see here, for the midterm at least, we're downtrending, and I got a clear bearish signal here which allowed me to place the trade on that candle close. I'd missed the entry a little bit, price did move down slightly, but we entered the trade. So if I play the candle, so straight away the price action came right down near to my take profit. It's about 2.2%, and at this point I didn't take the profit. It was a pretty quick move, but as you can see, price bounced right back up into drawdown near my stop loss before again coming down. As you can see again there, bounced back up, came back into drawdown. So, you know, at that point I'm thinking, you know, I want to get something out of this trade. I've been in it for a day. If I see it run to a loss, it is what it is, but it's not going to be easy to take. So anyway, price was sort of manipulating there, and it came down, and basically we took out this low here, and I ended up just exiting the trade thinking I've got to take something from this. As you can see shortly after, yeah, we hit take profit. But yeah, I wasn't too stressed about that. I thought I just want to secure some profit after seeing price go back into break even or back into drawdown twice already. And as you can see, price didn't move much lower from what my set take profit is, and it would have came up and stopped me out had I tried to push for more, you know, target these lows down here. So that's why 2.5 sometimes really works well. So on to trade number 2 then. This is Aussie dollar against the CAD, and this one I think I took for $350, which is against my rules because it should be either hit the stop loss or take profit. However, this one actually worked out in my favor, which we'll come on to in a minute. So the reason I took this trade is that what I didn't mention in my introduction video about my strategy is that I used the Bollinger Bands to basically tell me whether we're in a trending market, a ranging market, or a bearish market. So basically, if we're in this area here and I get a bullish signal, I'll go long. If we're above this green line and I get a bearish signal, I'll go short. Likewise, if we're below this red Bollinger Band and we get bullish price action below it, I'll go long. So on this one, we've got my, was above the green line, so I've got my bearish signal to entered on the candle close. And on this one, we moved down quite nicely, straight nearly into my stop loss. Held through that, it came down quite nicely throughout the night. Obviously I couldn't take any profits overnight because, you know, I'm asleep. Came right down here, which was to 2R. Obviously it didn't end up taking any off the table there, which quite rightly I shouldn't have done. I was holding out. It was actually quite a nice area where the 2.5R landed, just below the weekly open. But what all of the CAD pairs done is all of the CAD pairs swept a low around about this point, not on this specific pair. So I ended up just getting out, not wanting to take a loss, which is not bad. It's good risk management, but again, I should just stick to the strategy and let it play out. As you can see in this one, I would have stopped out 2 candles later. So not the end of the world, and lucky actually, because later on it would have just whipped me out, and then eventually price came and hit my take profit not long after. So yeah, not a bad decision there, but again deviated from the rules. And it was similar on this US dollar CAD trade. So yeah, below the moving average, which indicates a bearish trend, I got my bearish signal to enter short. Entered short on the trade. Price moved down quite nicely, never went into drawdown. Now this is where I exited. We took out this low here. Looked like we were got some, bullish reaction after taking out that low, which made me think we were gonna come up and maybe take out these highs before moving lower. So yeah, exited both of the CAD positions at the same time. Obviously the Aussie dollar CAD one hit stop loss, which means I would have been $13.50 worse off. This one I took for $1,100 profit, which means I missed out on $1,400. So overall, I missed out on $50. If I'd have let both these trades play out, I would have been $50 up, which isn't the end of the world. But obviously, I could have just had no interference whatsoever and still got the same outcome without having to make these decisions. And this one didn't actually run much further. This was the low it was looking to take out before getting the ultimate move higher. Could have got 3.2 risk to reward, but yeah, price certainly moved up just after that. So on to trade number 4 then, Aussie dollar Jappy, and this one just shows you that sometimes it just doesn't work. Literally didn't get any profit whatsoever on this one. Just literally came down, took me out, and that was that, and didn't care. No emotion whatsoever, just a loss, and these happen. I've seen plenty of these in the back testing. However, it did come and take me out. It came down a little bit lower before getting quite a strong move to the upside. We really pushed on, as you can see, for the rest of the week. Looking back at it, my stop loss is based on this average true range moving average value. And typically I add on some more for spreads, and if I do see, like this one here, it should have been a bit higher, but I placed this just below, or just at this equal low here, just for a little bit extra room while I'm actually trading live. But looking back at it, there was a small little fair value gap here, which I could have put it down below this low here. It's all hindsight really, but yeah, just lessons learned for next time. So on to trade number 5 then. This was on the pound Jappy. So on this one, yeah, we got the bullish trend signal where we get the bullish price action happening above the MA and below the green line. That was my entry, and on this was on a Friday actually at 12 o'clock. So it's not the best time to enter when you've got Trump doing tweets and announcing things on Twitter over the weekend. However, I've got to execute as per the strategy. So this one actually moved in favour the whole time, I think. So here we are. So on the weekend thing, I was going to exit before the weekend, just because of, again, as I say, Trump and his madness. However, I decided to keep in the trade, and I actually got a really nice gap up. I didn't actually see this, but I woke up in the morning and saw that I'd literally missed take profit by 1 pip. So I woke up about here. I was in the gym at this candle here, and I was at nearly at equal highs, so I just ended up exiting the position before I got in the shower at the gym, just to save any, I thought what could happen is we could come up here to not take out the high, but almost equal highs, come back down and fill this gap. And I just thought, without having to even worry about it doing that, I just thought I'd get out a little bit short of 2.5R, which I accepted at that point. Although it did run up, sometimes if I'm active on my phone and I see the profit there, and I'm so close to take profit, I will just take it. But this one, actually, I think the China and US dollar tariff announcements got announced around about here, and obviously we've got some lovely moves up, and this trade actually ran, I think it ran to about 7R for the remainder of the week. No, 6.5R. So sometimes that's what I need to bring in and factor in. Sometimes let some trades run, sometimes just stick to the strategy in 2.5R. That's what I need to find out the strong points of the strategy, and this is what I'm learning as I go on. So on to the last trade then. So this was on New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. Again, we're below the MA. We got a bearish price action signal. We entered on the candle close. Let's change that to 1. Came down near to TP. This happened quite frequently in all these trades. Got down to 2R before reversing. I think we came back into drawdown quite deeply on this one. Let's have a look. Yes, we came back into drawdown and again held this one over the weekend, which I was a little bit skeptical about. This was at 8 AM on the Monday, so we came again near to up to near stop loss, but then we got the announcements which drove the price down. And again, account balance is looking nice. You know, I'm thinking I'm getting closer and closer to the 10% profit target. As we took out these lows, that was my sort of thought process and thinking, you know, this could be the sweep before we get the move higher. We did actually, I got out quite on a nice area as we did move up a little bit, but we did come back down later and hit take profit. But overall, happy with, you know, taking a little bit less, seeing as I was active on the charts at that point. And as you can see with this trade, the 2.5R was the sweet spot. We only moved down. I could have got an extra 0.5% out of the trade. So that one executed really well, done well to sort of hold through that and hold out for that take profit. So as you can see here, that New Zealand dollar, US dollar trade was the last one that I placed, and that was actually on the 8th of May, meaning that I actually took 0 trades last week. And that was simply because no sell or buy signals appeared where they needed to do for me to take a trade. So 0 trades taken last week, which was well disciplined and followed the plan exactly how I needed to. And I must say that is probably the biggest benefit I've got from having all that back-tested data. I don't think I will ever enter a trade that doesn't adhere to my entry criteria ever. That is like, I don't think I ever will. The bit that I still struggle with, and obviously every trader will struggle with, is the trade management and, you know, holding on to letting it actually run to hit take profit if it takes out a low, or it looks like price may reverse, or, you know, maybe moving a stop loss to break even if you think price is gonna continue higher or lower or whatever. But definitely the best thing from the back testing data is, yeah, I'm never gonna enter on a random entry ever. So that rounds up my first trading progress review video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know there's definitely room for improvement on how I deliver these videos and how I communicate and commentate on my trades. I'm open to feedback, so please leave a comment below on what you want to see me include, what you might want not to see in the videos. More than welcome to feedback. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.